Welcome everybody, it's Rich here with another Fast and Fun, and this video is my last drive in the R8 in 2024. It's the 30th of September, it's an early Monday morning, and I'm taking the car on its way down to Ricky Elder at RV Performance in Swindon for its annual service, to service it before it gets parked away for the wettest, coldest winter months here in the UK. It's been one of those typical autumnal nights last night. Heavy rain, heavy winds, the roads are flooded in places. Everything that you don't want when you're taking an R8 out. Fortunately, the good news is that RV Performance is not that far. It's just over an hour for me to get down to Swindon. So, we're going to take it down, get it serviced, and I'll enjoy the last few hours I have in 2024 in the R8. Welcome to this week's Fast and Fun. I've been driving 16 minutes now, and the oil gauge has just sort of gone above 100, so, and 100's sort of my threshold before I can start opening up the revs. So you've just got to give it time, and that's a good tip with any car. Many cars don't have oil temp, and many people go on coolant, but coolant and water will heat up much quicker than oil. And my advice is, however long it takes your coolant to get hot, add at least another 50% before the oil will be hot. And now we've just reached it, and the car's at sort of 16, 17 minutes into the journey, and about probably 5 or 6 miles. So the costs for this year, well, I've just looked, I'm at about 38,500 miles. Last service was at 36,000 miles, so I've done about 2,000 miles in the year. And up until a couple of weeks ago, my costs were nil. The car's been utterly reliable, no issues, no problems at all, and no costs associated with it. However, 2 or 3 weeks ago, a few Sundays ago, arranged as I do one of my road trips out to Mid-Wales. It was on a Sunday. We were coming back late in the road trip, back through Devil's Bridge in the Elan Valley, and I managed to hit a stone, a rock, stone, piece of flint that went and embedded itself in the rear near side tyre. Instantly got a puncture, and actually the flint was physically still in the tyre, you could see. So I naively, in hope, tried to use the gel and the compressor, but it was never going to seal. I mean, it's a gash in the tyre. So we were down a little lane. Fortunately, I had a few of the other guys with me. There was no phone signal, so I had to jump in another car and go and phone RAC and break down. They were then, I was nervous then that they'd come out and try to get a replacement tyre, but fortunately they couldn't get a tyre, which I wasn't surprised, late on a Sunday. And then I was just asking for recovery. And this went on for a couple of hours, and as you can imagine, really isolated area in Wales. Late Sunday afternoon, it's starting to get dark, it was raining at this time, weather was terrible, and they kept pushing out the expected time, and it went out to 9, 10, and then 11 o'clock on a Sunday night, and I was thinking, they're going to cancel this, and I'm going to be there marooned in the Elan Valley because I didn't want to leave the R8. And then by chance, 4 guys on bikes, off-road bikes, came by with a puncture repair kit, and I wasn't there at the time because I was with a friend trying to back on the phone with the recovery guys. And these bikers stopped, asked if they could assist, and they managed to poke the rock stone into the tyre, and then used a tyre repair kit, which is those thin strips, sort of finger long, of rubber that you're supposed to poke one in and then trim off the ends, glue it, and then it'll hold up to about 50 miles an hour. The gash was so big they put 3 in, managed to trim it all off, glue it up, and they got air in, and it stayed in the tyre stayed up. So a bit nervous. It was 80 miles back home from there, and then we set off Sunday night. One of the guys stayed behind me. We capped it at 40 miles an hour, and we trundled back in a couple of hours and managed to get it back home, which was great. In fact, and it still stayed up, but then I needed to replace the tyres. Now, the only good thing is they're on Pirelli P0s, the tyres. The fronts were 2019, so they were 5 years old, and when I took it last year to Ricky's place, they'd said, look, although there's plenty of tread left, 5 years, it's probably borderline. That's where you need to start thinking about changing your tyre, because just with age, the rubber, the compound will lose traction and grip. But the rears were 2016, so they were 8 years old, and in need of changing. Lots of tread, it was just the age of the tyre. So about 2 weeks ago, I looked at putting Michelin Pilot Cup 2s, but I went backwards and forwards. RE Performance at last year's service said just go with the standard, which is my standard, Michelin Pilot Sport 4S's, and that's what I ended up going with. £960 I think it was for all four. And that's been my only cost so far, so it's running on brand new tyres. What I wanted to do, ideally, was keep the old stuff on for the winter while it's storage, and then put fresh rubber on in Easter when it comes back out of winter. But we are where we are. I was forced to do the tyres now. That's fine. And do you know what? This trip down to Swindon, I'm glad I'm on this brand new Michelin tyres in absolutely perfect weather for those tyres as well. But even though it's been utterly reliable, there's always a bit of caution, I suppose, when you take it for the service. And for me, annual service in a car like this, regardless of mileage, is really important. And it's almost like going to the dentist when you take your car for the annual service, because you know it's the right thing to do, but there's always a little bit nervousness about, do they find anything? But in truth, normally if they find it early, it's better than if you leave it, because what you'll end up then is just get compound faults, and you'll end up with a really big, potentially repair or cost. And I would rather just get it serviced, preventative rather than corrective if possible. What a drive this has been. Normally to get down to Ricky's from my place is just over an hour, and I left 2 hours ago and I've still got about 40 minutes to go. So it's been horrendous, and that's all to do with the weather. And now you may not be able to see, but it's just, we're in the cloud, it's misty, it's horrid weather. But the R8, they call it the usable supercar. It is so easy to use, so easy to drive, and you just never get tired of changing gear in this manual, open-gated 6-speed shifter. Right, so instead of you looking at me in complete boredom, stop-start traffic, which I appear to have been doing all morning, you'll join me once I've picked the car up from Ricky's, and I'll tell you what Ricky's found, what he's done, what the prices were, and what my plans are for the R8 next year. I'll see you in a few minutes. So It's the end of the day. I've just picked up the R8 from Ricky. It's been serviced, everything's been done and checked. So the service has been done. The issue I had with the brake pad, where light coming on, albeit not all the time, they've disconnected and connected all the 4 corners. They think it's an electrical gremlin. All the pads are absolutely fine. They've cleaned them all up, they've put it all back together, and there's no warning. In fact, there's no warning on here now. So, like Ricky said, the slightest little disconnect on any of them connections and it will just throw up a warning. So, it did offer you can get it coded out, so it'll never come on, because they are a bit prone to it. But no, I'd rather it come on. But he's checked all the pads and there's no issues with that. The other one was the rocker cover gasket that had been picked up on last year's service, and slight seep. And a year before that, so 2 years ago, Ricky and RE Performance replaced both rocker cover gaskets. So they checked, yes, one bank, there was a little seep on there, so they've done that on one bank, free of charge, even though I wasn't the owner 2 years ago. So I think that's, yeah, great news. And that's the type of sort of person Ricky is. Again, there was no additional charge for the pad wear as well. Standard oil service, everything else, a few little bits and pieces. The only one that's sort of serious note really is mag ride, 2 front struts, dampers just starting to show some very light misting, not seeping but misting. So that's one that we will, or I will have to keep an eye on, and whether it's probably a next year job to probably get the mag ride off and put some good quality passives, coilovers on the car. So there we go. The estimate from Ricky for the work was about 570 for the annual service, and because the rocker cover gasket was done free of charge under the warranty, there was no additional charge for the pad wear and all the other bits and pieces. It just came in at the flat £570. Brilliant service as always. Gives you the heads up of things that they're nice to have things. He mentioned about the compressor and the gel, needing to replace those. So yeah, great service as always. And now I've got, well, I was going to say a bit of dry weather. It's just started to slightly rain again. But this is it. The journey back home, it'll be about an hour. My last hour in the R8. The last drive, get it home, and then I'll get it sawn tonight to stop any more road tax payments going out from the 1st of October. And people say, why? Because, well, because I've got quite a few cars in the garage, and I don't get much joy out of driving the R8 in the cold weather, in the wet conditions. I just don't get that. I use other cars during those winter months. There we go. Bye-bye from the R8. You'll see it back in the spring. We've got some great things planned. One particular road trip I want to do next year is to take the R8 out to northern Spain. It's one of my bucket list places to go. Let's see if I can make that happen. Potentially money around replacement for mag ride, and let me now sit back and enjoy my final hour in the R8. And I wish you, thank you all for watching, subscribing, thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and staying tuned because there's another video next week. Thanks for watching, guys.